everyone and welcome back. Before we look into the bigger picture, it's the small milestones achieved every single day that matters. I exercise daily for an hour is a bigger picture, but getting myself ready, keeping my workout shoes nearby, and charging my watch every night to count my steps are the micro habits forming that bigger picture. Similarly, my house is always tidy is just the outcome. But 5 minutes cleaning, giving space to everything in my house, and using the right cleaning tools are a few micro habits that shape this outcome for me. Likewise, this applies to any segment of our life. A new year always stimulates me to bring new changes, become a better self, and feel happy about my being. So today, I thought of sharing a few micro habits with you all to help you think about forming yours. While my home is my whole world, but then there is also life beyond the four walls of the house. Especially after kids, I started staying indoors more. Sometimes there were genuine reasons, but many times there was a self-doubt about not fitting in. But not exposing myself to the outside world further restricted me from many essentials, like my outlook towards changing things, my perception towards society, knowledge, creativity, and whatnot. So now, I take deliberate efforts to step out and interact with people every single day. Be it dropping kids at the bus stand, going to the bank or nearby market, doing shopping alone on weekends, or just doing evening or morning walks. These changes help me see new things, know about new surroundings, interact with new people, and help me feel confident about myself. Like anything, good health is also an outcome of many healthy efforts taken together. As the age is catching up, I have started taking my body deficiencies more seriously. So now, I make it a point to take doctor consultations more often and take my multivitamins on time. I am not a nutritionist and also a foodie, so making that right balance every single time in my diet is not possible. Calcium, vitamin D, iron deficiencies are quite common nowadays, and as they say, precaution is always better than cure. So this little habit of having multivitamins helps in achieving my health goals better. Being a homemaker doesn't mean that if I'm indoors most of the time, I lose my right to look good. Rather, I am catching up on my habit of dressing up well in whatever mini form and feel good about myself right at the beginning of the day. A good dress always makes me feel better than staying in old pajamas. It's not about wearing a flashy or new dress or putting any new makeup. It can simply be coming out of old rags and wearing acceptable clothes to feel fresh and alive. This little dressing up session makes me feel confident, valued, and productive the entire day. Yes, a homemaker is always busy, but there is a thin line between being busy and being productive. And the habit of asking or taking help makes me way more productive. I take as much help as possible to reduce my burnout daily. I have my house help for daily chores, Karthik is there to take care of kids, and my siblings to counsel me from time to time. This way, I focus better on areas that only I can manage, like teaching Ruthvi, organizing my house, running a YouTube channel, bringing good meals to the table. Well, the list is long. I don't wish to become any superwoman, but I want to be that mom or homemaker who brings joy and happiness to the family and not just complaints. A cluttered mind can never think straight, but a simple habit of a brain dump helps in decluttering the thoughts to a great extent. I try to brain dump more frequently now, be it making a to-do list or just writing my thoughts, confusions, or ideas on paper. This exercise, I feel, is a key to opening many confusions in the mind. First, it gives me visual clarity on what I'm supposed to do and when. I prioritize my work better, and most of the time, no work gets missed. Next, my ideas and thoughts get saved somewhere, which I can refer back to any time I like. And last but not the least, it helps clear my confusion, calm my anxiety, and help me think rationally. Writing helps in giving a moment to my thoughts, and one will always think better in a calmer state of mind. Very recently, I got into the method of reverse accounting, and to me, it works like a charm. While I like updating my pantry in terms of what is getting over, recently I started writing backward to see what is available in bulk. This brings the entire focus on that bulk and get me into the action of tackling that first. The same goes for budgeting. I start by pointing out how much I wish to save this month and then dividing my monthly income into different segments. A random example would be that if I have 10,000 rupees, I'll keep aside 2,000 as my savings first and then divide my money among other expenses. This way, in most cases, I save more than I intend to. Now that I know these two areas, I wish to try this reverse accounting method in other areas of homemaking too. The next micro habit is to make my phone a less of commodity and more of a useful tool. There are just so many features in our phone that remain unexplored, and that too after spending like a bomb on it. Hey Siri, set an alarm to buy Dhare socks.
Set the alarm for when?
Today,
For what time?
6 p.m.
Your Buy Dara Socks alarm is set for 6 p.m.
So I'm trying to learn about more features and make the best use of its services. Mostly work related, but also the regular day-to-day reminders. As a homemaker, we often stay aloof from what's happening around us, and soon it becomes a norm. We just get engulfed by the daily chores, or when we get time, our amusement or me time turns into endless scrolling on the internet, which eventually becomes a rabbit hole. But I want to cut that tab and learn about new things. From as small as learning a new word or the latest news to as in-depth as starting a new stream of income. Knowledge not only enriches us and gives us expertise in any field, but also helps us in making insightful and meaningful conversation in public. So this micro habit of learning at least one new thing a day is staying with me. Mornings, hands down, are the busiest time of the day. But I feel the biggest power of homemaker is that they can construct their own day. If mornings are busy, let's keep them for the priorities because the rest of the jobs can wait. I am slowly moving into the habits of doing least important chores towards the end of the day. This leaves me being more productive and boosts my motivation as the priority tasks are done, and what is left will be ticked off even if there are distractions. This is also defined by the jar of life, which says, fill your jar with rocks first, then pebbles, and sand at the end to fill the rest. Doing insignificant jobs first will take most of your crucial time, and you'll be left with no time and energy to do impactful jobs. So mornings are only for priorities. Trust me when I say this, diligently following a routine is not easy. So instead of working on a routine, I made a small habit of working on the system, especially for my night skincare routine. Instead of doing my PM skincare as the last thing in the night, I do it in the late evening. At times, I do it right before my dinner. Even if a task takes 15 minutes, when things are last on priority, we often skip them, and the same was happening with me many times. So instead of skipping it altogether, I do it a little early to make sure that I did it. Similarly, I'm trying to improve a few more systems that can help me stick to my routine in a better way. Another small habit that I have picked up is to read labels and do my research. A lot of my friends here ask me about my skincare routine, and to tell you very honestly, I did a lot of research reading about products, ingredients, what those ingredients do to the skin, what are the alternatives, and what skin type they cater to find the products that suit me. And this implies not only in skincare but in all segments of life. While I love to help you with suggestions for different products and new things in the market, but I would encourage all my friends to do their basic research before taking a final call. And this again is backed by the habit of learning new things and gaining more knowledge. The last micro habit I've been following for the last 6 months is switching on to night mode on my phone. This automatically gives me an alarm to start winding up and turns all notification off 1 hour before my sleep time. I have set the winding down 1 hour before my sleep, as I use that 1 hour to finish my night chores, which may be finishing the kitchen cleanup, watching my favorite show, reading a few pages of the book, or writing my daily journal, or anything that I wish to finish before sleeping. This 1 hour timer in my head really pushes me to finishing things ASAP and relaxes me before I sleep, else even 24 hours feel less. Habits makes a continuous pattern in our mind which tunes it to work in auto mode, and a few micro habits like this only help us to do better each day. I hope this video will give you some ideas on making micro habits. Do share a few habits you wish to follow this year in the comment section. Join me on Instagram for some daily life update and behind the scene, and show this video some love. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, stay tuned and stay connected.